Hey there, YouTube. Thanks for joining in part 2 of Energy City Brewing's Green to Black. So hopefully you saw my last video. That's the style rundown of Black IPA, otherwise known as Cascadian Dark Ale. That's what Energy City Brewing is calling their Green to Black. It's a Cascadian Dark Ale. So I went through the bottle already. I went through the style in my last episode. So I'm going to go ahead and just pour it for you guys. And again, just as a heads up, this was bottled on 9/20/17, and today's date is 11/20/17. So it is 2 months old. All right, so let's go ahead and pour it. I have my sweet Abita wrought iron bottle opener. I always use one. I love this one. Just so you guys know, Abita sent me stuff. No, Abita sent me this for free. Then just as a heads up, I do have my 16-ounce Nonic glass that I'm drinking this out of. Again, when I'm drinking, like, let's call it regular strength American beers, I'm normally drinking it out of a Nonic. Okay, so let's pour it. And so, just already, I haven't even brought the glass to my face. I do smell a good hit of hops already. So that was very pleasant. Color-wise, I mean, holding this up to my lights that I have, I can't see anything through it. So this is black. This is like stout black. The head on it is definitely tan, so that goes in very well with the BJCP style guidelines. Looking at this beer, I would call it like a stout or a porter, but then again, like I said, I can already smell the hops in it. So I'm pretty excited. I don't know what to say. It smells hoppy. It's really nice. My favorite Black IPA that for whatever reason I can't get anymore. I don't know if they stopped making it or what, but Stone's Subtly Self-Righteous Black IPA is the perfect Black IPA. It's exactly what it calls for in style. And I've had Black IPAs before, and like none of them really speak to me, you know. And I feel like they don't really speak to me because I'm like, all right, well, so it's an IPA and it's black. Like, what, why not just not make it black and then just make a good IPA? See if Energy City can change my mind on that one. So anyways, the Stone Subtly Self-Righteous, I like that one a lot. And that is a Chinook hopped IPA. And that is, it's super fantastic. I love the kind of like dankness that you get from that one. And that is the thing that they definitely say that on the bottle here for Energy City, for the Green to Black, they say that they used dank hops for pungent aroma. And like I said, I could smell it before I even brought it to my nose, so it's definitely pungent. I'll say that. It's nice. It's got almost like it's got a citrusiness. It's almost like a real like sweet orange kind of thing going on. I get like a little bit of berry too, almost like a little bit of like raspberry going on in it. And then definitely like some kind of like sweeter malts, like some crystal or some caramel malts in there. Yeah, it smells great. That's a home run there. So anyways, cheers. Let's give it a try. So the first thing I noticed when I took a sip was actually the mouthfeel. It's got a really nice carbonation to it. Maybe a little light in body. It's definitely on the thinner side of IPAs. So almost like if I were to drink like my recent Brickstone Hop Screamer. That's a very, very dry IPA. It's a very light one. This almost has like the body of those lighter, drier IPAs, but it's really got that malt balance to it as well. It's like almost like tricking my tongue in such a way that I drink it and it feels a little thin, but then the character of the beer itself is so robust that it's almost like playing tricks on me. Really nice, like herbal, getting grassy characters. I'd say, yeah. I think the most prevalent character in the flavor is definitely that herbal character. So I asked the the brewer. He had his ingredients basically for you to see, and so he uses a little bit of the midnight wheat to achieve this color. And I know midnight wheat's a super popular grain to use for just color addition. So yeah, I think this is I mean, it's really really well done. So overall, I guess the question when you're drinking a black IPA would be, is it a successful IPA? And so when I drink this beer, I'm asking myself this question again: if I couldn't see, would I still know that it's a regular IPA? And truth be told, if I were to be blindfolded and take a sip of this, and someone told me it was an IPA, I'd be like, yeah, it is an IPA. I'm like, it's something's going on with it, but it's an IPA. So it definitely has a bit more character to it. I mean, when I think of what are like the best examples of IPA, I definitely look at my local guys. Guys like Solemn Oath make a fantastic IPA. Penrose makes a fantastic IPA. Brickstone, you guys know, I really, really like their IPAs. This one is a bit more malt robust than those. That said, again, the style guideline says that the flavor of darker malt is gentle and supportive, not a major flavor component. So that being said, I really, really think that this beer does, really does match the BJCP style guideline. I can't think of any flaws. I can't think of anything that would make me say like, oh, this is a terrible example of Cascadian Dark Ale. I think actually it's a really good example. I think honestly, I would rather drink this beer than a lot of other examples of Black IPA. And I think really the interesting thing to me about Black IPA is that there are some people who take an IPA and they just add, roasted malt to it or something, and they turn it black and they add roast flavor, and that's not what it's supposed to be at all. I think there's something like, dare I say, magical about this beer, wherein I'm drinking an IPA, I know it's an IPA, and I know it's black, and there's I want to say it's almost like an intangible, suggestion of fullness and richness, but it's definitely, not over rich. It's not anything over the mark that would be an IPA. It's a very unique experience to try this one, and I think that's almost like the magic of the craft beer. It's not what I would say the best example of IPA is, but I'm drinking it and I'm really, really enjoying it, and it does have an almost intangible enjoyment factor that I'm almost having a hard time putting words to it to say that it's a really great citrusy IPA. It's got some nice herbal qualities. It's really tasty, and it's black. And there's something extra there, kind of in the background, that's just adding to it a little bit. Honestly, I am not a fan of Black IPA, but trying this beer and experiencing a kind of loss for words that I have is just a unique and interesting experience, and I'm really enjoying this beer. So, anyways, thank you, Energy City Brewing. This beer is great, so I really enjoyed it. So if you do have a chance to get down to Energy City, I highly suggest you try it. I believe it's the first Saturday of every month that they're going to be doing bottle releases, so look them up on Facebook. I'll throw some links down in my comments. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Jay's Beer Reviews. If you did, do please hit the like, hit the subscribe, share the videos out, leave me a comment, all that regular YouTube stuff. Take part, be active, all that. See you guys next time. Cheers.